Greetings, dear viewers. I am Nigel Foxworthy, your guide through the shadowy corners of history and mystery. Today, we find ourselves amidst the iron giants of Birmingham, Alabama, where industry and the supernatural have intertwined for over a century. Welcome to the story of Sloss Furnaces, where the past lingers, in more ways than one. Built in 1881, Sloss Furnaces was a towering monument to Birmingham's burgeoning iron industry. The Industrial Revolution, a time of great progress, but also a time of great peril. Here, men laboured in blistering heat amidst the deafening roar of machinery. But the work was as dangerous as it was vital, and death, it seems, was never far away. Among the most famous legends is that of James Slag Wormwood, a foreman so ruthless and heartless that many whispered his crew would one day turn against him. The tale says he fell or was pushed into a fiery furnace, his screams said to echo through the site to this day. But alas, my dear friends, this Slag Wormwood was a mere fabrication, a ghost conjured not from the spirits of the past, but by an overzealous haunted house company to draw in the crowds. However, the true stories of Sloss Furnaces are no less chilling. For you see, this place has witnessed real death and tragedy, and those stories, I assure you, are all too real. Take, for instance, the harrowing incident of February 4th, 1892. A new hot blast stove was being erected when, without warning, the scaffolding gave way. 10 men plummeted 58 feet to the ground below. 2 of them died on the spot, while the rest were carried off, broken and bloodied, to the hospital. And then there's the curious case of Joseph Webb, found boiled in a water vat on the grounds in 1897. He had been seen just the night before, leaving the pub with 2 new pairs of shoes, one for himself and one for his wife. When they found his body, both pairs were still with him, but Webb wasn't even on his way home. Foul play, perhaps, or something more sinister lurking in the shadows. Blower room number. One was another graveyard in disguise. Beneath a turbo compressor, 2 men met their end when a fractured line burst, releasing steam over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. They were scalded alive and gone in an instant. But perhaps the most gruesome death was in blowing engine room number 1. Here, a massive flywheel, 20 feet in diameter, spun at 35 RPM. One poor soul, taking his lunch break, lost his balance, or was pulled in, and was crushed before his fellow workers' eyes. And then there's the tale of Samuel Cunningham. On a cold November day in 1882, he climbed to the top of Alice Furnace and leaped into the molten iron below before his fellow workers could stop him. His reasons died with him, but one can only imagine the torment that drove him to such an end. And lastly, we cannot forget Theophilus Calvin Jowers, also known as Richard Jers. In 1887, while attempting to fix a bell at the top of Alice Furnace, he lost his footing and fell into the molten iron. All that remained of him was a single shoe and a foot. So you see, dear friends, Sloss Furnaces may not need an invented villain like Wormwood to feel haunted. The lives lost in the pursuit of industry and the whispers of their untimely ends are more than enough to stir the supernatural. Could it be the souls of those who perished in these gruesome accidents still wandering the rusting halls of Sloss? What do you think? Do the restless spirits of Sloss still haunt the ironworks today? Share your theories in the comments below. And as always, if you're intrigued by mystery and history, like, subscribe, and tap that bell. I am Nigel Foxworthy, and we shall meet again in the shadows of another tale.